Hi everyone. We all have been using Excel the same way from past so many years. Rows, columns, pivots, macros, and maybe a prayer that everything works as expected. So today I'm talking about a tool that combines your Excel with AI Assistant. It lets you talk in plain English and connects to various data sources, cleans your data automatically, and lot of other stuff. So before I get started, I'm Isha and I am exploring this financial data set in the tool which is Sourcetable. Sourcetable is freely accessible, and once you have signed up with your email, you will be directed to few steps, and on completion of all those steps, you will directed to this page or maybe this first workbook where you can explore the features of this tool. This is financial data set of publicly listed companies. It has 175 rows of data and few of the financial metrics like net income, gross profit, revenue, etc. for 5 fiscal years. So let's see what all we can do with this tool Sourcetable and how well it analyzes our financial data set. So once I'm on this sheet, I'll go to file and import my Excel or CSV file. Once I've uploaded my Excel, it will start displaying in this way. This is AI Assistant window, which I can use to interact with my dataset in plain English. If I want, I can close it from here as well. And on clicking this AI button, the window again starts appearing. Let's start exploring this first feature only, wherein I'll talk in plain English or natural language with this tool and see how correctly it answers my questions basis my financial dataset that I have uploaded. For this dataset, I know that it is a list of 35 unique companies spread across different sectors. So let's explore how accurately it answers questions related to few of the columns I'll be asking. Maybe to begin with sector. So my first query over here would be show average revenue for each sector. I can take average EPS, anything. Let's see how accurately it answers my question. If I go back to my source, I know there is one tab of sector summary and it displays data like average revenue and average gross margin for each sector. So I have this list and I have asked the tool for revenue only. Let's see how accurate I get my answers here. So here is the reply from the tool. Let me zoom in. So it states that for automobile, the revenue is the highest, which is 58727, and that is correct. And it is displaying only top 3 rows from 9 rows of data. And yes, I have 9 unique sectors of financials over here. Below, it is also coming up with few suggestions that if I want to take this conversation further, like if I want to create a bar chart or some other chart, sort the revenue in ascending or descending order, highlight the sector or anything. If I want, I can carry on this conversation, else I can start a new conversation. Now let me type in one more question wherein I know a calculation is needed and there is no direct answer in the sheet. So herein I can type show me top 3 companies wherein ROE is above some percentage. So let me take a ROE more than 25%. This is my result. Let's verify it also. A very good practice is don't blindly trust any tool. Go back to the source and verify if its results are accurate or not. For instance, let me check for HDFC Bank or any random company if if ROE is actually 28.9% or not. And yes, for one of the years, ROE is 28.9%. For the sake of more clarity, I can also write please include fiscal year column as well. So in results, it says that it has updated the previous table with fiscal year. For HDFC Bank, ROE was 28.9% for fiscal year 2023, which is correct if I verify the same with my source. The tool is intelligent enough to come up with accurate answers. So it understands the context, the table, the data, the columns, rows, their relationship automatically. I don't need to come up with any formula and it's giving me accurate results. So this feature alone is a great productivity booster for any analyst or maybe a senior stakeholder as well. As we all know, data cleaning consumes 60 to 80% of analyst time. So let's test this tool. Can we really rely on it to clean our data automatically? And for that, I'll just close this AI assistant window and intentionally add some bad data here. This is updated sheet wherein the cells highlighted in yellow need some fixing. So data quality being the number one problem in analytics, let's see how well this tool analyzes or fixes this data automatically. Here, the bad data may pertain to inconsistencies, missing values, blank values, some duplicate values, some outliers, etc. So let me again bring in the AI chat box. Now I'll give the command to clean the dataset along with any other instruction that I need this tool to follow. So this is the prompt I've mentioned, that clean this dataset and fix any inconsistencies, blank cells, formatting issue. Normalize all revenue figures to millions and flag any outliers. Also highlight the cells in pink where the data has been fixed. So this will really give me a clean picture what all inconsistencies or issues the tool has fixed. I have written yes to create edits in the workbook. These are the changes it has come up with, and it is also giving a summary of what all changes it incorporated. Moreover, the cells have also been highlighted in pink. So if I insert this error in the sheet, this is created in sheet 3, wherein it is created a new column, that is outlier flag, where it is highlighting the revenue outliers, which is Reliance Industries. Likewise, it has done the fixing for few of other error types, and it has also provided the summary where the issue has been fixed. Moreover, the cells with issues have been highlighted in the pink as mentioned in the prompt earlier. These two figures were left blank, which the tool has auto-calculated, but this is not correct. ROE percentage was 5.9 before fixing and P ratio was 19 point something. I still believe that tool can be used to highlight the inconsistencies in the dataset. Could be of data type or maybe blank cells or some outlier figures. And what all steps it has performed, it's mentioned there. If we want to tweak it or carry on the further conversation, then we can definitely continue it in the chat with more accurate or precise prompts. But definitely it highlights the issues in less than a minute that an analyst at times can also overlook. So we can use this tool to boost our data cleaning process so that the end result is quite effective. Now moving to another great feature of this tool, that is connectors. Traditionally, if we need to import data into Excel from any APIs or cloud services or databases, we need to involve tech team to do so. But from this Sourcetable tool, connectors option, we can directly connect to any API or any databases, just need to put in our credentials. And just to show a demo, let me connect to API. I'll be connecting to Alpha Vantage API to get free livestock data. Herein, I'll put my API key and I'll just click on Add Connector. Connection is successful. Now I can write a prompt to get stock data of any company using Alpha Vantage API only. Fetch me stock price for last 7 days for any company, say Microsoft maybe. This is what I got. And I missed to mention using the Alpha Vantage API, but I can go ahead and ask the tool which source you have used to fetch this data. It is suggesting that it has used built-in market tool and primarily it uses Yahoo Finance. Since the tool has clarified that it is not using Alpha Vantage API to get these results, so I can definitely go ahead and write it in plain English to use the Alpha Vantage API only and just update the results. So you can see if my prompts are not accurate at the first go, which should not happen ideally, I can still continue my conversation in just plain English language and ask the tool to modify the request. Now you can see I have updated data, which I can insert. And it specifies clearly that it has used the particular API. If I display the results in my workbook, this is how I get my data with all additional details like retrieved at, function, used to get the data. This time it has given me more than 7 days of data because I have not mentioned the same in my prompt. So be very specific and accurate with prompts. This is just one small example. Likewise, we can connect to various data sources or databases using this connectors option and pull in big data into our spreadsheet. Now moving to another favorite feature of mine, which is workflows. So workflows is basically your macros that are AI enabled and you are talking in plain English. So if you combine it all, that is what you can do through workflows. Say as a workflow, I need last 15 days of stock price data. So I can create a workflow for the same. So here I've created the workflow name. Then below here, I can give the instructions that I need the tool to follow. It could be related how the data should be displayed, any particular formatting with any missing values, how to populate the values. It's a one-time thing. So if I have created it, any other member in the team can use it. I can share it via different tools like Slack. So once I've created a workflow, I'll save it and it will run automatically. It's a great feature wherein one person in the team builds it and everybody gets benefit of it. It can be really useful to perform any reporting, formatting, creating charts, performing any calculations on top of it. And if it's a frequent activity, like every 15 days you need to present report in some particular format, this is your go-to feature. Now at a click of a button, you just run it, review it, and you can easily share it. Even if you don't know how to run macros in Excel, then this one is your savior. When it comes to reporting, we need to create a lot of charts. And when we need to do it in Excel, then it takes a lot of time. The built-in research tool of this AI supports various charts like bar chart, scatter chart, plot chart, and it also comes up with suggestions depending upon the data we are feeding in that what kind of chart is fit for our use case. Say if I ask the tool to create a chart for stock prices, let's see what it comes up with. I've given a very simple prompt to create a chart for stock prices for last 7 days. I have not mentioned Microsoft, but since the context of our previous conversation is Microsoft, so it has automatically created this chart for me for last 7 days of stock prices. See. I can modify it if I want some other chart. Else, I can go ahead and insert it in my workbook. I can download it, I can mail it, and I can share it via Slack also. So I've asked the tool to change it to candlestick chart type, which is a preferred one for stock prices. And here I also have made a spelling mistake, but it identified it and created the chart accordingly. I clicked on this insert option and now I have this chart image in my worksheet. Besides creating a chart down below, it's also giving me instructions how to read the chart. The work that could have taken a lot of analyst time has now been reduced to just few minutes. So this is a great productivity booster. Now talking about last but not the least important feature of this tool, that is it provides a complete data science environment. It runs an entire Python ecosystem along with SQL querying. So no more need to switch between the tools. And for non-technical users, it just reduces your dependencies on technical team. Say I can ask questions like use linear regression to predict 2025 revenue based on 3-year growth trends. Now the query is being handled automatically and I'll come up with the results. If I'm a technical user, then definitely I can control the code and ask the tool to give me the code and make changes if required. So from an analyst to a technical user, everybody can use this tool. So this is the result it has come up with. And it is also suggesting the methodology it followed. And if you see column G is the predicted 2025 revenue in millions. One suggestion that I can give this tool to improve on is just giving an option to edit the prompt. However, as a workaround, we can definitely continue the chat and ask for updates or tweaks required. So all in all, this is a great tool. It can change or maybe replace the way we use the Excel currently. So to recap, we have discussed these few features. The first one is it talks in plain English, so we don't need to come up with the formula. Second is it helps in data cleaning. Next is wherein you can fetch data via API or connecting through different databases. Next is creating a workflows. Next is creating charts for instant visualizations. And the last one is it's running Python and SQL under the hood. So no more dependency on technical team. Go ahead and create free account on this platform. Play around with its feature and see how well it works for you. Thank you for watching this video and I hope you find it useful. Have a good day.